लोग अभी सत्संग में हैं, मैं आपको सत्संग के बाद फ़ोन कर दूँ? ठीक है, मैं आपको सत्संग के बाद फ़ोन कर दूँ। अच्छा अच्छा, तो फिर मैं आपको फिर सत्संग के बाद चेक करके बोलती हूँ। ओके, चलो carry on. She said she just sent all that.
You can inform Ravi.
I'll inform Ravi and Sridhar and all.
Sridhar. That's all, you know. Who
Ravi,
else?
Sridhar and Preeti. That's all. I will Sridhar and Sridhar.
Sridhar no know. I have told him.
Then Sridhar.
Uh,
I'll inform Sridhar.
Meera Ben no, no?
Meera Ben also I sent it to her. I'll inform
Sridhar you need not say. Susan is not here today.
Only Sridhar, but Meera and Ravi. I'll message them like
You inform.
Yes.
But they need not be in a hurry and...
Try to finish.
all are ready. Don't tease anybody. Let them not cry. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om
Sundar is on the phone. He's asking Bhavani Aunty Sundar, no? Bhavani Aunty Sundar, no? He's not well since yesterday. He's got fever. And with the fever, no? He's grunting with kind of sound. So his dental pain is also there. So Sundar is asking, should we take him to the hospital?
Okay.
Sundar Swamiji said yes.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Yesterday, when we took up that exercise of connecting, so many dimensions came out. So now an effort has been made to include it in our first chapter. So we will just go through that and then enter into yesterday's exercise again. Chapter 1, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Theme, delusion born out of me and mine. This chapter reveals how emotional conflict arises when the mind clings to personal attachments. Arjuna's sorrow becomes a mirror for all of us, showing how self-centered thinking clouds clarity and paralyzes action. The Bhagavad Gita begins not with solutions, but with honest confusion, inviting us to observe the chaos within and begin the process of refinement. Six slokas selected from 47 shlokas. Selected shlokas and pointers for refinement. Sloka number 21, evaluate before acting. Pause and assess the bigger picture before plunging into any decision. Wise action springs from inner clarity. Every point is to be linked with our daily life, not separate. That is why this work is now named as shelf to self. From the shelf, we have kept it in the shelf. We have reverence. We have heard, whenever talks about anything about Bhagavad Gita, we have a reverential attitude towards it. Everything is valid, but we hardly feel that it is connected with our daily life. Daily life means family life, professional life, social life. So here an effort is made to connect everything with our day-to-day life. So evaluate before plunging, acting. Wrong thinking is the only problem. Our suffering often arises not from situations, but from how we interpret them. Refining thoughts refines life. Slogan number 30, individualism distorts vision. When I and mine dominate, our view becomes narrow. Seeing life as a whole opens the heart. Sloka number 32, clarity in purpose. Arjuna's conflict teaches us to revisit our deeper intentions. Where there is confusion, realignment with purpose brings peace. Sloka number 45, beware of the assumed self. The ego constructs false identities. Gita urges us to see through these layers and connect with our true self. Link with the originating power. In surrender, Arjuna lays down his bow. This marks the turning point. When we stop depending on our limited self, and seek guidance from the divine within. So 6 points, very much relevant in our daily life. So these 6 slokas touched and kindled in us something that is directly related to our present day life. Core message: blindness is caused by attachment, and self-centered thinking. Arjuna's turmoil is not due to external circumstances, but his internal perception. His deep emotional bonds, me and mine, distort his vision, making him see duty as cruelty and righteousness as conflict. The mind trapped in attachment cannot see clearly. Each shloka reveals how our own thoughts, identity, and assumed notions about life create suffering. Each shloka reveals how our own thoughts, identity, and assumed notions about life create suffering. The turning point comes only when we recognize our limitations and surrender to a higher wisdom. Until then, we remain trapped in self-created delusions. Arjuna's breakdown is not a failure, but an invitation to transformation. His struggle is universal. All of us get caught in our own attachment. The Bhagavad Gita urges us to observe our inner chaos, not with fear, but with awareness, as the first step towards transcendence.
Swamiji, from self to self, with that, how do we say from head to heart?
No, even it does not come to the head, If it has come to the head, slowly it will percolate into the heart. 99.99% we say to teach students, learn Gita. What do we know about Gita? Many years ago, when Chandrasekhara Pillai wrote Jnaneshwari in Malayalam, and then when he went to Alindi, it was well received. They were all enthused. So Pillai was telling us, in that enthusiasm I committed, that we are not stopping with writing. We will also try to bring it out through Jnaneshwari Gita Pracharana Pradishtan. And then when he came back, he started organizing Gita chanting class. Every district was it was there. And then a judge will be there, 100 to 150 children. And then out of that, the judges will select 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Then they all come here for the final chanting. Everyone did extremely well. But so what? They have an admiration, they have reverence. But they don't refer to Gita whenever you are confronted with problem. So that is why it was said, Alamariyil ninnum Agadarilekku.
Swami Vivekananda പറയുകയുണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്, whenever there is a conflict between the head and the heart, follow the heart.
Heart. That's Papayam
Will
parayum.
not mislead.
Whenever there is that can be given in some introduction. We will put that. So first, evaluate first before plunging into action. And we had a lot of confusion in the morning. In some book, some slogas, 2 slogas are connected with the rest. So finally we now go by Jnaneshwari. Jnaneshwari that we follow. We spend a lot of time on that. Because in one book it is like this, another book it is like this. Senayor ubayor madhye ratam stapaya me achyuta. Yavadeta niriksheham yoddu kaman avastitan kairmaya sahayodavyam asmin rena samudyame. In the midst of 2 armies, place my chariot, so that I may behold those who stand here desirous to fight and on the eve of battle, let me know with whom all must I fight. An unrefined mind rushes into action without clarity, like an archer releasing arrows blindly. Pause, reflect, evaluate. Thoughtful action leads to better outcomes. For instance, before a bird starts building its nest, it carefully evaluates multiple factors. It scouts different locations to find a safe and stable place away from predators. It chooses the right materials, twigs, leaves, feathers to ensure durability. It tests the strength of branches before placing the nest to prevent collapse. Similarly, before crossing a busy street, a wise pedestrian first looks both ways to evaluate traffic. If they blindly step onto the road without checking, they risk danger. But by observing, analyzing, then moving at the right time, they ensure a safe passage. Likewise, before taking any action, be it in career, relationship, or decisions, evaluating first helps avoid unnecessary conflicts and failures. It is very clear. So ponder this. Am I seeing the whole picture or seeing things through my own personal attachment? Am I seeing the whole picture or seeing things through just my personal attachment? Before making a decision, am I considering all perspectives or am I acting based on my emotions and biases? This is the question we have to ponder. Then only the in-depth study becomes complete.
Krishna places the chariot just in front of Bhishma Pitamaha. That was the conclusion, in this conclusion of Arjuna, how to fight and how to act this. I understood on Bhishma and
There he saw only the personal attachment. He knows already that Bhishma is on the other side. At that time he could have said, I am not going to fight. So the moment the personal attachment came, then he thought, this duty, he is waging a war for righteousness. So that was forgotten. Anyway, slogan number 29, individualism distorts our vision. सीदन्ति ममगात्राणि मुखं च परिशुष्यति व्यपदेश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते. My limbs are becoming feeble and my mouth is drying up, my body is quivering and hair are standing on end. Delusion or wrong thinking clouds our judgment, weakens the physical functioning. Recognizing and correcting our misperception is the first step to overcoming inner turmoil. An unsteady mind, gripped by emotion and attachment, becomes like a glass smeared with dirt. Yesterday we have said. It cannot reflect the world as it truly is. Instead, it shows us a distorted picture filled with fear, superstition, and confusion. This is what happens when personal attachment and desires take over. Clarity is lost and leads to impulsive reactions. When the mind is like a clean, transparent glass, light and truth pass through easily. But when it is fogged up with selfishness, fear, and past conditioning, even a clear sky looks gloomy. For instance, Ravi, a young entrepreneur, faces a sudden blow. His biggest client pulls out of a long-term contract. Panic sets in. His dream begins to collapse in his mind. He blames himself, blames others, starts chasing after quick fixes. He consults astrologers, follows every piece of advice thrown at him, makes hasty decisions. The more he tries to fix things, the more entangled he becomes. His attachment to success and fear of failure act like dust on the glass, clouding his inner vision. He looks at the world, but nothing feels right. Every opportunity looks like a threat. Every step feels unsure. He no longer sees things as they are, but only as his fear paints them. Then one evening, while sitting quietly, he hears a devotional song playing in the background. A line pierces through the fog of his mind. जब कुछ भी होता है तेरी मर्जी सी होता है. Whatever happens, happens by your will. It stuns him. He realizes that he has been trying to control everything, forgetting the higher intelligence at play. He pauses, breathes, begins to wipe the glass clean by letting go of personal worship and surrendering to the divine guidance. Clarity returns not because the external problem is solved, but because the inner dirt is cleared. He begins to respond, not react. Is my eye and mind narrowing my vision? Am I being too self-focused? How would this look if I removed my personal attachment? Shloka number 30. Wrong thinking is the only problem in our life. गांडीवं संसते हस्ताद् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते न च शाक्नोम्यवस्थातुं भ्रमातीव च मे मनः. My bow, the Gandiva, slips from my hand and my skin burns all over. I am unable to stand. My mind is in a world, as it were. Delusion or wrong thinking clouds our judgment. Recognizing and correcting our perceptions is the first step to overcoming inner turmoil. Arjuna is overwhelmed, not by the external situation alone, but by his own mind's interpretations of it. This verse reveals how wrong thinking can destabilize us completely. Our thoughts are like tools. A knife, for example, can be used to prepare a nourishing meal, but in a disturbed mind, it can cause harm. A rope can help lift and tie things for constructive purposes, but in moments of fear, it can also be used destructively. The problem is not the tool, but the thinking behind its use. Similarly, the mind is a powerful instrument. When guided by clarity, it becomes a force for understanding and connection. When clouded by delusion or fear, it becomes the very cause of suffering. For instance, Anita, a school principal in Pune, notices that her close friend and colleague Meera has started replying coldly to her message. At school, Meera avoids long conversations. Anita's mind begins to stir. Is she upset with me? Did I say something wrong? The more she thinks, the more convinced she becomes that Meera is angry. Her mind, like a knife, begins to cut, this time not vegetables, but the bonds of friendship. Eventually, Anita asks Meera directly. To her surprise, Meera breaks down and explains she is facing a serious family issue and did not want to burden anyone. Anita is stunned. Her mind had used the situation to fabricate a story, not based on truth, but on assumption and fear. She realizes then, just like the knife or a rope, her thoughts had power. Used wisely, they could have brought empathy. Used recklessly, they created pain. From that moment, Anita begins to reflect, am I using my thoughts like a servant of truth or letting them become a tools of confusion? Ponder this. Is the real problem outside me, or is it how I am looking about it? Is my suffering due to the situation itself, or is my interpretation making it worse? Shloka number 32. Clarity of purpose helps overcome inner confusion. Nakamkshe vijayam Krishna, Najarajyam sukhanicha, Kimno rajyena Govinda, Kim bhogairja jividena ra. For I desire no victory, not victory, O Krishna, nor kingdom, nor pleasures, of what avail is dominion to me, us, O Govinda, of what avail are the pleasures or even life itself. Clarity of purpose, okay. In moments of crisis, when decisive action is needed, inner confusion can shake our very foundation. Arjuna, standing at the edge of duty, suddenly loses sight of his purpose. He questions not just the war, but life itself. This verse shows how, without inner clarity, even the highest goals, victory, pleasure, dominion, feel hollow. Like Arjuna, when our thoughts drift away from purpose, even meaningful responsibilities can seem burdensome. But when every action is realigned with a higher goal, conviction returns, confusion begins to dissolve. A rosary is a simple string of beads, but in the hands of a seeker, it becomes a sacred tool. The moment we see it, we are reminded of why we chant, to remember Him, to stay anchored in the divine amidst life's whirlpools. When our mind is like a mala, circling each thought around God, our life regains rhythm and clarity. But when the mala becomes just a mechanical act or lies unused, its purpose is forgotten and our focus scatters. The Japmala reminds us that clarity does not come from results, it comes from remembering the purpose behind every action. Merely telling the beads will not help us. But telling the beads with the right understanding. So Japamala reminds us that clarity does not come from results. I have completed, no. It comes from remembering the purpose behind every action. For instance, a man once arrived at an ashram with smell of alcohol on his breath, yet desperate for peace. The Swami did not reject him. Instead, he gently said, "Stay, but don't leave without telling me." The man agreed. Over the next few days, the urge to drink arose, but each time he paused, not out of fear, but out of respect for the Swami's words, that one small commitment, honored repeatedly, became his anchor. 10 days later, he shared, "I was once a respected manager. I lost everything, my job, my family, my dignity, to addiction. But here, something changed. I remembered who I was before the fall." Years later, he returned, sober, smiling, reunited. "You did not scold me. You gave me the purpose to stay that saved my life." This verse shows us when purpose blurs, even life's greatest rewards feel empty. But the moment we tether the mind to a higher reason, even a single noble thought, it begins to churn confusion into clarity, just as the man's life turned around with one inner pause. Arjuna too would rise, not by avoiding action, but by remembering why he must act. At the 18th, he say that, "Karishye vajanam tava." What is my deeper purpose in this situation? Ponder this. Is my confusion a sign that I need to realign with my true intentions and values? Slogan number 45. Beware of the assumed personality's influence. 45. Ahobata mahatpapam kartum vyavasita vayam yadrajya sukhelobhena handyam swajanam udyata. Alas, we are committing a great sin by our being ready to kill our own kinsmen out of greed for the pleasures of the kingdom. At first glance, Arjuna's words appear to reflect nobility and compassion. But beneath this emotional outburst lies confusion and fear, not dharma. His judgment is clouded by a self-projected image of being virtuous while ignoring the higher duty placed before him. This verse shows how the mind can cloak attachment as righteousness, making excuses that feel pious and are actually rooted in delusion. From a distance, a mirage looks like water in the desert, real enough to mislead, yet entirely false. Similarly, the mind is driven by emotion and ego. It sees illusion of morality where none exists. A microscope, on the other hand, helps us see clearly even into what the eyes alone cannot discern. When the mind is refined through self-honesty, introspection, surrender, it becomes like a microscope revealing truth beneath appearances. For instance, Rahul, a mid-level employee in a large corporation, discovered that his department is engaged in financial fraud. He is disturbed. He says to himself, "That is wrong. I can't be a part of such sin." At first, it seems like he is guided by conscience. But instead of acting on true dharma, reporting the fraud or taking a stand, Rahul hesitates. His mind begins crafting justifications. What if I lose my job? My family depends on me. Maybe I should just stay quiet. It is not my responsibility anyway. Here his moral discomfort is like a mirage, a projected image of righteousness that hides his deeper attachment to security and comfort. He mistakes fear and self-interest for wisdom. But if Rahul were to pause, introspect, bring clarity to his motives, like putting the situation under a microscope, he might recognize the real dharma at play. That is not just about his image or fear, but about standing up for truth despite the cost. Is our morality a mirage, shaped by fear and attachment, or a microscope revealing what must be done in the light of the dharma? Ponder this. Am I reacting from my ego or responding from my higher self? Is my response driven by pride, fear, or insecurity, or is it coming from wisdom or awareness? And the last one is 47. Eva muktvarjana sankhye rathopastha upavishat visrijya sasharam chapam shoga sam vigna manasa. Sanjaya said, speaking thus, Arjuna cast aside his bow and arrow, sank into the seat of his chariot, his mind in distress, overwhelmed with grief. This verse portrays a powerful moment, not of cowardice, but of collapse and silent surrender. Arjuna is not running away from the battlefield. Though paralyzed by emotion, he stays on the chariot because deep within he still trusts the charioteer. In our own lives, when despair overwhelms us, we may feel like giving up. But if we carry even the faintest awareness of higher power, we hold on just enough to receive guidance. A plug by itself has no power, but the moment it is connected to the socket, energy flows. Similarly, the moment we plug into his presence, even silently, strength begins to return. Or take a garland. The flowers may draw all attention, but without the thread, it has no form. In the same way, our actions, thoughts, and life only hold meaning when strung together by the unseen thread of divine connection. For instance, Ramesh was an ambitious, self-made man who believed firmly in his own ability. To him, any idea of a higher power was unnecessary. He often said, "You make your own fate." But one day, life hit hard, his business collapsed, debts piled up, His health took a turn. Alone and weary, he sat in his living room, staring blankly at the wall. On a side table lay an old garland, now dry and faded. As he picked it up, absent-mindedly, one flower fell apart, and with it the thread snapped, scattering petals onto the floor. That moment struck him deeply. All this time I was so focused on the flowers, the achievements, the name, the fame, form, that I forgot the thread holding it all together. That thread was grace, inner guidance, the connection to something greater than himself. He did not run away from life, just instead, like Arjuna, he stayed in the chariot, still reflective, slowly turning towards his situations. Did not change overnight, but something within him did. He began to pray, not out of habit, but out of a quiet trust. That trust became the new thread on which he began to rebuild his life. In the stillness of surrender, the plug touches the socket, the current flows, strength returns. We don't have to run, we only need to reconnect. Have I connected with my inner wisdom before acting? Instead of relying only on my limited self, have I taken a moment to surrender, reflect, and trust in a higher intelligence? So this is how the six slogas from first chapter, as he prompted us from within. So like that we have selected, there are about now 36 slogas up to the 6th chapter. The present sankalpa is, and prayer is, to go like this, so that in this process we will try to help moving the Gita from the shelf to our inner self. Anybody has anything to say? All are in deep samadhi. Huh?
I couldn't hear anything.
You-
Can you repeat it, please?
Slowly.
He's saying Arjuna says, by killing our people, we won't get anything. What is the wisdom in it? Correct? Uncle, is that all?
Leave it. Anything else?
Krishna had a higher purpose for this world.
Huh?
Krishna had a higher purpose to this world.
Anything else? Ah.
I'll make it
Already disturbed wisdom எப்படி வரும்? The last sloga என்னவாகும்? Because somewhere we all believe in God, you know. We all believe in God. We may not be very clear about His presence, but all of us believe in God, believe in our Guru, believe in our Shastras. But when it comes to our life, all these are taken to this back seat. So when there is a confusion, we try. Many people write to ashram, many people write to the saint there. It can be a doubt on the mundane level or on a spiritual level. So this is how the wisdom will come. Because somewhere in the corner of our heart, we have faith in God, though we are not very clear. And He will prompt us. It is not that we got into the confusion. He makes us to get into the confusion so that we will see clarity. He has made us to go through so many things. He made us to get in touch with Mahatmas. He made us to know about different avatars, deities, their glories. He made us to know something about our Shastras. It is all there in our mind. But when it comes to our life, we hardly make use of them. So the confusion comes. But somehow you will find we try to look. So Papa's very life, shows that. Till his 36th year, he did not show evince any interest on these lines. But when successive failures started daunting him, instead of becoming desperate, he sought refuge in God. He cried. When he says the cry was heard, unless that faith is there in the corner of his, how will we know? Until such time he was not aware that he had that faith. Prayer to whom? So in our case, you can look back, there must be so many instances in our life when we feel desperate, we go to the puja room and then pray. We make some vows, we make some resolves. I will do this. When I go to, suppose I am a Guruvayur Bhakta, I will say, I will do this. Because you are frantic. And when it is fulfilled, you will take the next bus, go to Guruvayur and do it. So that is how he slowly puts you on the line. Initially for Kamya Karmas. Later on he will try us to go beyond that. Yes, anything else? Mariam. So now going back to yesterday's exercise, we have some time. Nut and bolt, then bridge, then calendar, cup. Steps we did not say. Steps can teach us few key lessons about life, such as taking action by breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps, focusing on making consistent progress, one step at a time, learning from failures as stepping stones. Just see, one inert, insentient step, what all it conveys. Steps can teach us few key lessons about life, such as taking action by breaking down larger goals into smaller. At one go, five steps we cannot. Step by step. Manageable steps. Focusing on making consistent progress. One step at a time. Learning from failures as stepping stones. Beautiful. Oh, so we have to now bring out. Come on, tell me. Yesterday we said doors, Then door. Then
Somebody said strainer.
huh?
Strainer.
Strainer.
Please strainer.
Strainer, ladle, salt. Strainer, ladle, salt. Clock. Banana leaf.
Huh?
Banana leaf. Banana leaf.
Today you should bring something.
Something
Card
cover.
also something that can
Cover.
Cover.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Come with cover. Polythene bags or covers. To see-through covers. They're very helpful.
See-through covers. Transparent.
something Sri
Contents are transparent.
something Sri Lakshmi wants to say something.
Eh?
Sri Lakshmi wants to say
Yes, come on. Huh? Mirror, very good. Mirror, very good. Then. Eh?
Which one? Dictionary. Dictionary.
Yes, good. Achha, now 1 minute. Dictionary, what does it teach us? Huh?
Knowledge effect.
Knowledge, noun, then. Eh?
Sri Lakshmi, what do you want to say? Cleanse our mind. Cleansing our mind.
What? Dictionary? No, I am talking about dictionary. Let us concentrate on one. We are trying to train our mind, So dictionary, what does it teach us?
It is a noun.
Eh?
Adjective.
It tells us what is an unknown word. It gives the meaning of an unknown word.
Meaning of the
Meaning,
Unknown word.
not meaning. Dictionary is not giving you the meaning. It's only giving name synonym, a substitute
That
for
is a
that
thesaurus.
particular word.
Thesaurus gives us synonyms. Dictionary gives you meanings.
And what did he say?
Sorry?
What did he say? Giving
What did you say?
meaning of unknown word.
Unknown words. Is
Okay, let it come.
Lakshmi Narayan ji say. Lakshmi Narayan ji, please tell. Meaning of unknown word.
Then unknown word or world?
Word.
World.
Word. W-R-D.
It allows us
Actually, it is not word, Anyway, it's all right. Okay, then.
How to?
it gives us whether it is a noun, if it is a noun, what is the
Yes, it
adjective
tells us
of
that
it,
it's an
if it is
adjective,
a
noun,
verb,
verb,
what is
etc.
it is a
No, that is right. In what way it helps her to know in this context? In this context, what does it convey to us?
Sequentially organizing things. Sequentially organizing.
Good. Organizing various factors, you know.
Sequentially organizing.
Noun ആണോ വെർബാണോ എല്ലാം കറക്റ്റ് ഓർഗനൈസിങ്
Sequentially organizing things.
Then we'll what then what else it teaches?
Now, Mama, you want to say something now?
Need the power of expression.
Be the power of expression.
Also it gives the origin of the word.
It gives the origin of the word.
Think.
An encyclopedia will give more clarity than dictionary.
Dictionary places before us the so-called positive and negative. It remains unaffected. It doesn't put any label. You are putting the label. Is it not? So unconditional. Unconditional what?
Unconditional service, he said.
Service. Okay.
It's more of an unconditional presentation.
Then, now we can improve. Because any good word, any bad word, everything is there. No, dictionary will not say it is impartial. It is for you to take it or to reject it. And dictionary also helps us to use the right word at the right place. You know, I may not know, so that means it tells me it is something which I should be cautioned. That dictionary. So the cautioning us.
Propriety.
Yes, of propriety.
Appropriate.
Yes.
How it should be.
From the homophones. Homophones, it tells us that we know only one usage of a word. It could have
That's more usage.
more usages.
So more use, more, that means what more?
To hear the word would be the same, but the meanings would be different.
Hidden meaning or unearthing the.
Our perspective alone need not be
Our perspective alone need not be there. It could be something else. It has something else. Sorry, not it could be. It has something else. How to put it? Point.
Various perspectives. Multiple perspectives. Yeah. Variety of perspectives.
multiple meanings.
Expansive, you know. Not limited to that. Expansiveness.
Expansive perspective.
It's lexicography. Lexicography.
Lexicography.
Okay, now before that we saw mirror. What do we say? What does it signify?
It reflects what is put in front of them.
Self-introspection, Swamiji.
What?
Self-introspection.
Self-introspection. Self-introspection.
Introspection. Okay, then true.
Swamiji, groom, Swamiji, cleansing our mind, decluttering our mind.
Another?
Decluttering.
Decluttering the mind. Decluttering the mind. Broomstick. Decluttering the mind.
We are on the We have to concentrate on this, Okay. എന്താ പറഞ്ഞേ?
Decluttering the mind.
Ignore all.
It should be uncluttering actually.
Mirror stands for what? Mirror. Reflection?
Reflection of one's self. Object that is placed before it.
The same unconditional presentation.
Showing application. Yes. And by one
Unconditional presentation. Unconditional presentation, just like a page. Does not-
Our true picture,
Yeah.
Our true original, our true picture. Our true picture, before that, what do we write? Reflects our true picture. Our true.
As it is.
Eh?
It reflects as it is. It reflects as it is.
enter along handsome of the economy.
It reflects the reality.
Okay, anything else?
In mirror, the picture that is shown reflected. The right becomes the left and left
Oh
becomes
yeah,
the right.
correct. Right becomes left and the left becomes right.
Reflection. It's a distortion, no?
It is a distortion.
Reflection.
Then it's not as it is.
Reflection. How do you say that? Reflection.
It reflects the opposite. Not the opposite. It reflects it's a mirror image. Mirror image.
Virtual image.
No, it's a mirror image. Virtual image. Mirror image goes to the exact opposite.
Reflect the right as wrong.
Not right is wrong. It reflects.
Not right. Right.
Right as left and left as right.
But there is a special word for it.
Okay, we will find out. Okay, we will find out. But now see-through covers, somebody said no. What does it mean?
We don't see the presence of the cover. We only see the thing.
Transparency of the contents.
Yeah.
We have to develop. Okay. Banana leaf, what do we say?
Our focus is not on the cover.
Yesterday we saw the cup,
Yeah.
Life lived to the fullest. Banana leaf.
Eh?
Life lived to the fullest.
In the
Life lived to the fullest.
life live?
To the fullest. That means the thing is used in every possible way, no? So life lived to the fullest.
I can't hear.
Unconditional. 2.0 yes.
You have written something? Then I will leave now. Clock,
Clock, we wrote, one second.
time management.
Time is precious. Punctuality. Time moves on.
Okay.
Consistency.
Okay. Salt, universal love.
Salt, universal love. Anything in excess is bad.
Ladle.
Huh?
Ladle.
Latin, cohesiveness. Cohesiveness. It mixes everything. Cohesiveness.
Strainer.
Trainer,
It removes the
Trainer separates good from bad and disappears by itself.
door.
Then door, security and something else I couldn't get that.
Privacy.
Security and privacy.
Security and privacy. Plus, you get in and get out. New thoughts. When we go out and shut the door, and when we go back, the first thing we do is to open, no? So that means the door enables to remove what is not needed and to fill it with what is needed. Okay. Now, then, anything new? Broomstick. Okay. Anything new? One more. Then we will stop.
Candle can be taken from the
Candle.
Candle.
Candle എന്നോക്കും
It burns itself and it lives to others.
Burns itself and giving others.
sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
When we were in Chennai, we saw a movie. We don't know the movie, we have forgotten, but the song is still there. மனிதன் என்பவன் தெய்வமாகலாம், வாரி வாரி வழங்கும்போது வள்ளலாகலாம், வாழை போல தன்னை தந்து தியாகியாகலாம். மனிதன் என்பவன் தெய்வமாகலாம், வாரி வாரி வழங்கும்போது வள்ளலாகலாம், வாழை போல தன்னை தந்து தியாகியாகலாம். இதில் அந்த கேண்டில் வரும் அடுத்த லைன் என்னாகும்? What is that?
Uncle, tell again. Vivekanand uncle, repeat again.
அதில் கேண்டில் வருது. மெழுகு. Anyway, please find out. Tomorrow we'll get it.
Rubber bands. Rubber bands.
What is that?
What keeps things together. Unites things. Holds things. Unites things. Holds them together. Unites things.
Unites. Holds together. Holds together.
Holds together. Then she said magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass.
Clearer picture. Gives a clearer picture. Gives a clearer picture.
See, the mind is now bringing out.
What about that dear mic somebody? What about that dear mic somebody?
Mic.
Without it, we wouldn't be able to hear clearly, no?
What is
Without
that?
it, it's making your voice louder. We would
Amplifies.
amplify it. It would amplify the clarity. Amplifies the sound.
Why do we amplify? For clarity.
Amplify the volume.
Volume, yeah.
They amplify for what? Because I should hear correctly, no? So amplify.
Far and wide.
Amplifies for clarity. Yeah, you can see, yeah. Unconditional. You can say good things and bad things also.
Enough, because we have enough to work. We have to push.
Ocean is called ocean. Not now, we already finished.
Tomorrow we will do that.
Magnifying glass can be used to create fire.
Magnifying glass can be used to create fire, no? Something. We used to do it
Fire.
so much of it, no?
സൂര്യനിൽ കാണിച്ചല്ല.
Sunlight on it. Concentrating on one point.
That is, all-pervading reality can be seen, its power can be seen, power can be experienced.
All-pervading reality is power to be focused.
Yeah, it is Kathum. I have seen that. That means the all-pervading solar energy, it comes.
Converging at one point.
Light energy.
Converted to
Energy
heat
when
energy.
gets converged at one point.
എന്താ പറഞ്ഞത്? മാഗ്നിഫയറാ?
Magnifying glass.
എന്താ പറഞ്ഞതിന്?
Light energy
Light
converted.
energy.
ലൈറ്റ് എനർജി.
When focused at a particular point.
അതായിക്കോട്ടെ, ചുരുക്കി ലൈറ്റ് എനർജി
Converted to
When
heat
focused
വെൻ ഫോക്കസ്ഡ്.
at one point. It creates heat energy. It gets converted into heat energy.
Heat energy at one point gets converted to
Into heat energy.
சரி. Bus. Because we have to do a lot of writing. Now why are we doing this? Instead of seeing it as an object or an object of utility, we are trying to see what it touches and kindles in our heart, because it has come from God. Instead of seeing it as an object of utility, we are slowly trying to see the object has come from God and God is all that is good and great. Please have this stamped in your heart. Otherwise it will be an academic exercise. God is all pervading, all powerful, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. This is a He is എന്താ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാൻ ശക്തി സർവശക്തിമാൻ സർവവ്യാപി സർവജ്ഞൻ നോ സർവശക്തിമാൻ so God is that, so it has come from him, so something of it is reflected in all these objects, something is reflected in all of us. So through the object, through the utility values, we are also trying to see his hand in the form of something more than that. Then only this exercise will help us. It will help us to connect with Bhagavad Gita also. We are not looking at knife or rope or mirror or what do you call as such. It has come from him. He has, through intelligence, he has touched it and kindled in his selected instruments to bring it out. So his touch is there, the goodness and the greatness. We are trying to understand that. So with that bhavana, please keep on doing it, so that in each and everything, when Papa says that word, behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Verily he is at play in all beings and creatures. Because he has brought the material. He has given the intelligence to take something from it and to put something in it and then bring it out as a creature comfort. So everything has come from him, everything has come from him, everything has come from him. I have been seeing so far only as an object of utility. Beyond that, now I will try to see. That should be very clear in our mind. Hari Om, more of it tomorrow. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Pranam. Hari Om, Hari Om. Pranam, Pranam, Pranam. Pranam, Pranam, Pranam.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Namaskar, Namaskar.